Hi, I'm Joe Dearden, and I'm here with Wayland Sports Broadcasting interviewing Coach P on the 2024 Wayland football season. Coach, do you have a favorite memory from this senior class?
The one that comes to mind, I think anybody that was part of the team or a parent or anybody that was at the game would be the first playoff game against Burlington. 48-44 was the final score. With that much scoring, everybody was saying that the team that had the ball last was going to win the game. And at that point, Burlington had the ball with 18 seconds left on the 8-yard line with a 1st and goal. And for us to keep them out 4 downs, and the way we did it with a sack on the 4th down play, I think is something that's going to live in my mind for a long time.
Definitely a big momentum booster in that game was Michael Caulfield's return.
Of course. I mean, that we got down, and then all of a sudden, Michael Caulfield, they kicked off to us, and to return it, that was definitely a momentum booster just like that. And you were there. You know
was.
it. Yeah,
yes.
We were all excited about that.
Very rainy game, went into halftime, came out, pouring rain. Do you think that affected the game at all?
Definitely affected their game because they were a passing team. We were more of a running team. So I definitely think that hurt their air attack.
How was the bus ride back with that one?
Oh, that was fun. Those are the bus rides that you don't care if it's an hour or 20 minutes. You're going to party.
Yeah. Another close game throughout our season was Bedford. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, Bedford's a league game. It's a rivalry game. It was for the league championship. Both of us with very similar records. Both of us fighting for that playoff spot. And I think whoever was going to win was going to maybe have a chance to get in a home game and the other team wasn't. That was our thought, at least at that time. It turned out that neither of us got a home game. But I think there was a lot of factors going into that game, just trying to win the league, trying to get a jump on the other team for the playoffs, and then obviously it being a rivalry game.
Did you think going into that game that it was going to be that low scoring, a defensive battle?
I knew it was going to be a close game. I guess I thought we would have scored more than we did. And obviously, I thought it would have been more of an offensive battle. But the defenses played great for both teams. And luckily, again, there was another time where Bedford had the ball at the end of the game with a chance to go ahead and win. And again, our defense showed up and started to send them back the other way. All of a sudden, it was 3rd and 26 or something.
Yeah, the end of the game was.
Yeah, the end of the game. So as the winning team and being on defense, you'd love to see pushing the team that way.
One of our touchdowns in that game was a trick play.
Trick play, yeah, to Luke Froyo. Yeah, that was awesome. Again, a little reverse. He came through. He hadn't scored a touchdown all year. No. And he scored 2 that game.
Got him the Gladiator helmet.
Yeah, got him the Gladiator helmet. Walked out with the Gladiator, 2 touchdowns, and really those were the only 2 touchdowns scored in the game.
Yeah.
So great to have Luke show up, senior captain, show up in a big game like that.
Overall, are you satisfied with how the season went?
That's a tough question. I think anytime you're entering a season with high expectations and 18 seniors, that doesn't happen much. No. So to have that many seniors and played so much football from sophomore, junior, and then senior year, obviously our expectations were to get to Gillette. And I would say actually my goal as the head coach at that time was really get to the Final Four. I think once you get to the Final Four, those 4 teams, whoever they might be, they're going to be good football teams. Then it's okay, what's the weather like, who's got the injuries, who's on a hot streak, those kinds of things will set in for that Final Four game. So that was my goal, to get to the Final Four, and then we'll see what happens and hopefully get to Gillette. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. As you know, our 2 losses were to 2 undefeated 13-0 teams who both won Division IV, Scituate, we lost to in the playoffs, and then Shawsheen, Division V Super Bowl champs.
How do you think the defense did this year under new coach Gerard?
Yeah, Coach Gerard came on as we called him, a consultant. He had just stepped down from Lincoln Sudbury, coaching there, where he did a great job. And before that, which you probably don't know, is Coach Gerard coached at Wayland for 3 years, where in those 3 years, we lost 3 games total. So that was pretty special to have him back. He's a good friend of mine. He teaches in the building. At one point, I was the assistant principal. He was the guidance counselor. Our offices were 4 doors apart. So again, we were always going back and forth, talking football in between the day and getting ready. So it's great to have him back on staff and helping out, and he definitely paid dividends.
Yeah, it was a bold move to take your bye week at the beginning of the season instead of in the middle of it. Do you think that paid off overall?
I think so. I think it gave us a great opportunity. We got to slow things down. It was a longer season. This is one of the this year and next year is the longest, is the latest that Thanksgiving can fall. So there's a full extra week in the season, which created that bye week. And we wanted to get into the season and just start rolling. So we figured that we'd take the extra week in the beginning and slow down preseason, make sure everything's going good, make sure everybody's healthy, which it really helped us.
Yeah.
Because of Michael Keenan.
It gave Mikey a chance to play against Wachusett before his first start against Hopkinton.
So Mikey Keenan went down with mono, was out for 3 weeks. We had to look at 3 different quarterbacks coming in and who was it going to be. So we had the scrimmage to try all 3 of them out. And then, Mikey Johansson ended up getting the start, and he got to get a game under his belt, you know.
Overall, the season, all of our players were mostly healthy.
Yeah, I mean, the one person that unfortunately was battling injury the whole was Donovan Mason. Too bad when it's a senior. At least he didn't lose his whole senior year. He was in and out of the lineup, but definitely a guy that we missed to have on the stretch down the road.
What was going through your mind against Weston? Rainy game.
Yeah, Weston's always a tricky game, especially now with the way that the playoffs are done and everything like that. So really it is your last game unless you're going to the Super Bowl. So that game for me is all about the seniors and setting them off with a memory that will last for a lifetime. I still remember my Weston Wayland game. We lost 24-22 right here on our home field. So I want to make sure, first of all, our seniors go out with a win, because I still remember that loss. And then just get out there, get as many kids to touch the ball. If we're scoring touchdowns, really spread the wealth. Get 4 or 5 guys touching the ball and scoring. That's what it's all about. And then we'd love to get the younger guys in to start looking what the future might look like in a varsity game. Unfortunately, we went to running time in that game. The weather was terrible. So the game just kind of sped up and it didn't happen. But again, our seniors got to finish out on defense, which is the way it should have been.
Sped up definitely in the second half after a very long first half.
One of the longest first half of football I can remember.
Cold, rainy.
A lot of penalties caused that.
A lot of penalties.
Yeah, a lot of penalties caused that long first half.
Well, overall, the season went good, and you have a lot to look forward to next season.
Yeah, I'm excited about the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen coming up, and it's now their turn to step up and carry on the tradition.
Very small junior class next season compared
Very
to what
small
we had
junior
this
class,
year.
yeah, but they're going to have some great supports from your class and the sophomores, and we're excited to get back into it.
All right. I'm Joe Dearden, again here with Coach P. Thank you for watching with Wayland Sports Broadcasting. Thank you for a great interview, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Go Wayland Sports Broadcasting.